What's up, guys? It's very important for you to warm up before you work out, and you also need to do the proper stretches before and after your workout. In this video, I'm going to be showing you some static and dynamic stretches that's going to help you maximize your workout, prevent injuries, and allow you to work out to your full potential. Okay guys, the next series of dynamic exercises or dynamic stretches that I'm going to be showing you is for the lower body. And most of this is for when you're doing your squats, your lunges, your step-ups, your leg press, your leg extensions, sometimes even your curls. So coming from an Olympic weightlifting background, we do a lot of squats, a lot of lower body exercises, and we don't stretch enough. We don't do enough stretches. We don't do enough dynamic stretches before I work out. So this was very bad because along the way I picked up a few injuries here and there, dislocated my hip, and now that I'm into bodybuilding, it's more about training the proper way, stretching the proper way, getting my body, my joints and my muscle ready for me to fire them while I'm working out. So once again, I have the mini band with me. So basically this one is the lightest one, the yellow one. This one is by the company called SKLZ. So I use the light one to begin with. As you get stronger doing dynamic stretches, you can graduate from the medium to the heavy intensity. So what I'll do with this, I'm going to step back so you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this around my ankles. So what I normally would do first is I'm going to move my right side. I'm going to move away laterally to warm up my hips, to warm up my labrum, my TFL, to warm up all the muscles and the tendons and the ligament around the hip area. Because as we know that when we're doing squats, the hip joints take a lot of stress. So we need to warm them up, get them ready, get them firing before we start loading the muscle. So what I'll do is I'll pick up the right leg and I'll just move laterally away from my body. Control the movement. You can hold on to the wall or a pole or a bench if you don't have enough balance, but I'll really advise you to do this without holding on to anything, because while you're activating the right side of your body, the left side of your body is stabilizing, the hip is stabilizing, the glutes on the other side, and my hip on the other side is stabilizing as well. So I'll do 12 to 15 repetitions, go on the other side, do the same thing, move laterally away. I can feel that hip muscle and hip joint and glute joint firing. Wow, this feels like I just did a Zumba class. So anyways, after I finish doing that, then I'll move away from my body. So what I'll do is I'll pick up the right leg once again and I'll just kick forward like that. I'll extend my leg forward as far as I can go, activating my quad muscle and also my hip flexor along with my TFL. And also activate all the quad muscle in front like that. Go up and down, very slow and control. And then you switch to the other side, stabilizing with the right side while you're activating with the left side. Go straight up and down, keep your leg relatively straight but not locked so you can activate your quad muscle along. I can even feel my sartorius muscles as well. So sartorius muscle is the muscle that attach to the top of the hip all the way around the quads to the upper side of the knee. So when I'm done with this, the next thing I do is activate my glutes. Now turn around sideways and I'm going to kick backwards like that. Try to stay up top, squeeze back like that. Now I'm activating my glute muscles. I can even feel my hamstrings a little bit more as well. Switch to the other side. Squeeze up top. Like that. Stay up top. Squeeze the glutes. Wow. You know, guys, I felt like, right now I'm feeling like I've actually did about 3 or 4 sets of squats. Because now all the muscles and the joints that are involved in the movement that you're going to be doing when you're doing your squats, when you're doing your lunges, step-ups, or when you're doing your leg press, or when you're even doing your leg extensions. So make sure you warm up properly. And the reason why I've been injury free since I got into bodybuilding is because I take my time. I take enough time to warm up, to stretch properly, so that way I don't start my workout with a cold, stiff muscle. So we're done with our workout. We started with our dynamic stretches. We had a great chest day, great leg day. Whatever day you guys had, you had an amazing workout. Now it's time for you to go into static stretching. Basically, static stretching is a stretch that allows you to lengthen your body, your muscles back to the original position. Because while you're working out, basically you're activating, you're contracting your muscles. So during that, your muscles are basically activating together and they're actually winding together from different angles. So after your workout, you need to stretch those muscles back to their original position. And the reason why I like static stretching is because as an athlete, I'm not just a typical bodybuilder. Bodybuilders are known to not be flexible. They say most bodybuilders are not flexible is because they're muscle bound. The reason why they're muscle bound is because their muscles are not, most bodybuilders, they're not functional muscle. And also they don't stretch after their workout. They just basically finish their workout, pick up their bags and they leave. When you do this, what's going to happen is you're eventually going to be muscle bound. Your muscles are going to be tighter. Once the muscle gets so tight, it starts affecting the tendons and ligaments. You start pulling away from the joints and that can lead to injuries. So you also want to do your static stretches after your workout. For me, my static stretches for my upper body is very basic, especially when I finish my biceps or my triceps. What I do is I make sure I stretch the tendons that are attached to my forearm from the bottom and the top. I stretch it back this way, because if you don't stretch it, these tendons and ligaments might get really tight and that can lead to tennis elbows or golfer's elbows. And I stretch it back this way as well. After I stretch it forward, stretch it backwards. I hold every stretch for about 20 to 25 seconds. Feel that stretch that way, and I do both sides. Stretch it this way. I also stretch it that way, and I'll stretch it this way as well, both ways. So for my tricep on the other side, what I'll do is I keep my elbows up and I'll push my elbows back, my head backwards, so I can push my elbows a lot higher. So I push my head against my arms behind and I can feel the stretch right from the top of my elbow all the way into my triceps and into my lats as well. Do the same thing on the other side. Push my head back against my arm, my wrist. I push it backwards, feel the stretch right here into my triceps, my lats. I hold that stretch for about 20-25 seconds and then let it go. So for the glutes, after I finish working out, training my quads, what I do is I do this stretch right here across my legs in front of me, and I extend this one backwards, and I just lean forward to stretch my glutes in that position. So as we all know that, the glutes are being activated on a very high level when you're doing the squats and lunges, step ups. So stretch your glutes properly, and the reason why I had hip injuries while I was Olympic lifting is because our coaches back then didn't teach us or show us a lot of stretches. So it's very important to stretch the glutes out, after you've done doing squats, lunges, or step ups. So for the hamstrings, what I do is sitting down, is various ways you can stretch your hamstrings. So for me, I normally just stay here, just keep it simple. Extend my right leg forward, kind of lean forward a little bit. Can feel the stretch. To get the calves a little bit more activated, just pull your toes back a little bit and then you lean forward. Right there. Hold the stretch for a little while We'll turn to the other side. Extend. Lean forward. Hold the stretch. Pull back a little to get your calves a little bit more holding that way. So there you have it, guys. This is very important. Stretching both before and after your workout. I hear people say, I don't have time to stretch, and I don't have time for this. And if you don't have time to do what you need to be doing to help your body heal, to help your body be in the shape that you want it to be in, eventually your body's going to break down. So you have to take care of the body that takes care of you. Remember, you work for your body. Your body doesn't work for you. You know, you're employed by your body. So do what your body's supposed to do, what you're supposed to do for your body, so you can get the benefit back, so you can get paid the right way. So don't say I don't have time for stretching. If it's only 5 minutes, if it's 3 minutes, it goes a long way. It's better than nothing. So there you have it today for my stretching series. Once again, I thank you all for all your comments. And the reason why I did this stretching video is because of one of our subscribers made a comment on one of our videos about stretching, because he said he doesn't know how to stretch, he doesn't know the proper way to stretch. Now you know the proper way to stretch. Take some time to do that stretches. Once again, I thank you all for your comments, for your support. Thank you all for subscribing, and also thank you all for letting people know about our channel. I really appreciate that. And if you really want to get more details about all these exercises and all this information that I'm giving you right now, please go to MiamiMuscleUSA.com. You're going to get all your blueprints right there to allow you, to help you, give you the benefit of achieving your goal the way you want it to. Once again, this is Moji Oluwa, Miami Muscle, signing out. Oh, by the way, I was supposed to meditate today. It's almost 6 o'clock here, LA time. So I'm going to get out here, but I'm going to leave you with my meditation position. So this way, you can meditate and keep the mind sharp.